It doesn't start with shouting. It doesn't start with chaos. It starts quietly. A child notices something no one talks about. A parent who is present but not really there. A house that feels heavy. A silence that feels unsafe. You're around 7 years old. You look into the eyes of someone who is supposed to protect you, but they're breaking. Maybe it's addiction. Maybe it's anger. Maybe it's emotional absence. And without words, your body understands something your mind can't explain yet. If I don't stay strong, everything will fall apart. That thought doesn't come from courage. It comes from fear. This is how a child disappears. Not physically, but psychologically. They stop asking for help. They stop crying openly. They start watching, listening, adapting. They learn to read moods before they speak. They sense tension before it explodes. They become the emotional balance of the house. A child becomes an adult too early, and the world praises them for it. You're so mature. You're so responsible. You're so strong. But no one asks the most important question. What did you lose to become that way? This is the invisible grief of children who grow up too fast. And the truth is, this doesn't end in childhood. It follows you into your relationships, into your work, into how worthy you feel when you're not doing anything for anyone. Psychology calls this parentification. It happens when a child is pushed into roles they were never meant to carry. The caregiver, the peacekeeper, the emotional support. And when this happens, the brain adapts. A child who is responsible for emotional safety learns one thing above all else: stay alert. This creates hypervigilance. You're always scanning, always anticipating problems, always prepared to fix things. Love starts to feel conditional. Safety feels earned. You learn that your needs are risky, and other people's needs are urgent. So you disappear emotionally. In your place grows a version of you that performs. The good child. The helpful friend. The reliable one. The one who never needs anything. You wear this role so well that even you forget it's a role. But the child underneath didn't vanish. They're still there. Quiet, tired, waiting. As you grow older, the patterns change shape. You may become hyper-independent. You struggle to ask for help. You don't fully trust love. You might feel numb during happy moments because your nervous system doesn't recognize joy as safe. You might struggle to rest because productivity became your proof of worth. And the hardest part? You may not even realize you're still in survival mode. When chaos is normal, peace feels strange. Stillness feels wrong. Love feels like something you'll have to pay back. This isn't just sadness. It's complex emotional trauma. So why would a child ever choose this role? Because children will do anything for attachment, even abandon themselves. It's not a conscious decision, it's biological. In the absence of safety, a child sacrifices authenticity for belonging. That's not weakness, that's intelligence, that's survival. But here's the tragedy. What saved you back then is exhausting you now. Many adults are high-functioning on the outside, while a neglected inner child is still running the show. We overachieve to earn love. We stay silent to avoid abandonment. We take care of everyone while quietly wishing someone would ask, "Are you okay?" That desire to finally fall apart and be held, that isn't adult weakness. That's a child's unmet need. Healing doesn't start with fixing yourself. It starts with witnessing. Because until you acknowledge what happened, you'll keep minimizing it. It wasn't that bad. Others had it worse. I turned out fine. But fine is another mask. And deep down you know it. So what does that child become as an adult? Someone who doesn't feel safe even in calm spaces. Someone who apologizes for crying. Someone who confuses exhaustion with success. Someone who gives easily but struggles to receive. This is the cost of growing up too fast. And here's the truth that changes everything. No one is coming to rescue the child you had to bury, and that's not hopeless. That's power. Because you get to go back now. You get to say what no one ever said. You didn't deserve that. You were just a child. You don't have to carry this anymore. This is the beginning of shadow work. Not pretending. Not toxic positivity. Not performing healing. But turning toward the abandoned parts of yourself and staying. Yes, it's painful. Because it asks you to feel grief you never had time to feel. Anger you were never allowed to express. Loss you were told to ignore. But grief is not weakness. It's release. It means what was frozen is finally melting. One of the most powerful questions you can ask yourself is, what did I need back then? Safety, comfort, permission to rest, someone to choose you. And slowly, you begin giving those things to yourself. Not to rewrite the past, but to stop reliving it. This is how you stop seeking parents and partners. This is how you stop mistaking anxiety for intuition. This is how you stop living from survival and start living from choice. Healing isn't becoming someone new. It's remembering who you were before survival became your personality. If you grew up too fast, hear this clearly. Your maturity was never the problem. The problem was that you had no choice. Now you do. You can choose softness. You can choose rest. You can choose to stop carrying everyone else's emotions. And yes, some days you'll feel small again. Good. That means the child is coming home. Let them cry. Let them rest. Let them be seen. You're not broken. You're becoming whole. And maybe for the first time, you're finally growing the right way. Not through pressure, not through fear, but through truth. You didn't get a childhood, but you still have a future. And this time, you get to write it.